Welcome to all. Red Shikshan Sanstha's e-learning online education. Today we are going to learn a lesson of 10th standard of English Kumarbharati. The name of lesson is Stephen Hawking. Let's see the introduction about Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was an English theoretical physicist, cosmologist, author, and director of research at the Center of Theoretical Cosmology within the Cambridge University. Hawking was the first to set out a theory of cosmology explained by a union of the general theory of relativity and quantum mechanics. Hawking was an honorary fellow of the Royal Society of Arts, a lifetime member of the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian award in US. This lesson gives us an insight into the great scientist, his life, and his work. In this lesson, we are going to see more insight, that means more information about great scientist as Stephen Hawking, his life as well as his work. Cosmology, that means the science of the origin and development of the universe. Stephen Hawking was born on 8 January 1942. It's a British scientist, professor and author who has done groundbreaking work in physics and cosmology, and whose books have helped to make science accessible to everyone. Stephen Hawking had did the great work in the physics and cosmology, and he had written the books which was helpful for the common people to understand the science easily. At the age of 21, while studying cosmology at the University of Cambridge, he was diagnosed with ALS. Means when Stephen Hawking was for 21 years, at that time he was suffering by the disease which was ALS, that is disease of a nervous system which was weakens the muscles. Part of his life story was depicted in 2014 film The Theory of Everything, and his life story was depicted with the help of the film 2014. The name of that film, The Theory of Everything. Over the years, Stephen Hawking has written or co-written a total of 15 books. A few of the most noteworthy include The Grand Design, The Universe in Nutshell, The Theory of Everything. Stephen Hawking had written the 15 books, and among these the important one were The Grand Design, The Universe in Nutshell, and The Theory of Everything. In 1988, Hawking catapulted to international prominence with the publication of Brief History of Time. The short, informative book became an account of cosmology for the masses and offer a overview of space and time, the existence of God and the future. In 1988, Stephen Hawking had launched the book which was A Brief History of Time about cosmology, the existence of God and the future. After the work was an instant success, spending more than 4 years atop London Sunday Times bestsellers list, and more than 4 years atop there was the bestseller list. The book was London Sunday Times. That publication was sold millions of copies over all over the world, as well as it was translated more than 40 languages. A Brief History of Time also was not easy to understand as some had hoped. So in 2001, Hawking followed up his book with The Universe in Nutshell, which offered a more illustrated guide to cosmology's big theory. A Brief History of Time, that book was not easy to understand for the common people. For that purpose, in 2001, that Stephen Hawking had published the another one, The Universe in a Nutshell, that book, which was easy, having the illustrated guide, which was helpful to understand the cosmology's big theories. In 2005, Hawking authored the even more accessible A Briefer History of Time, which further simplified the original work's core concept and touched upon the newest developments in the field like string theory. Again, in 2005, Stephen Hawking had published the another book, A Briefer History of Time, which was given the concept in the which was more simplified that original works, that core concept, and which was touch upon the newest developments in the field of string theory. Now, if you are going to see for the string theory, that means in physics, the string theory is a theoretical framework in which the point like particles of particle physics are replaced by one dimensional objects called string theory. Together, these three books, along with Hawking's own research and papers, articulate the physicist's personal search for science's holy grail, a single unifying theory that can combine cosmology, that means the study of the big, with quantum mechanics, that means the study of the small, to explain how the universe began. Means Stephen Hawking has published three books as well as along with own research and papers, articulate the physicist's personal search for sciences, that holy grail. That theory can combine cosmology and with quantum mechanics, which was helpful to explain how the universe began. And it is this kind of ambitious thinking that has allowed Hawking, who claims he can think in 11 dimensions, to lay out some big possibilities for humankind. He is convinced that time travel is possible and that humans may indeed colonize other planets in the future. Stephen Hawking was thinking by various dimensions in that means in 11 dimensions, and there were the convictions of Stephen Hawking as time travel is possible and humans may indeed colonize other planets in the future. He was saying it is possible that time travel is possible and that human being can find out the other planet in the future. In September 2010, Hawking spoke against the idea that God could have created the universe in his book, The Grand Design. Hawking previously argued that belief in a creator could be compatible with modern scientific theories. His new work, however, concluded that the Big Bang was the inevitable consequence of the laws of physics and nothing more. Because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. Hawking said spontaneous creation is the reason there is something rather than nothing. Why the universe exists and why we exist. In September 2010, Hawking was published the books which was The Grand Design, and that book spoke against the idea that God could have created the universe. Hawking again argued that belief in a creator could be compatible with modern scientific theories. Again, he had concluded his new work concluded that Big Bang theory. What is that Big Bang theory? Which was the Big Bang is the way the universe began. It is the idea that the universe began as just a single point, then expanded and stretched to grow as large as it is right now, and it could still be stretching. This Big Bang theory was presented by Stephen Hawking. As well as Hawking said that spontaneous creation is the reason there is something rather than nothing, why the universe exists and why we exist. So, this according to the Stephen Hawking, he was saying that spontaneous creation, what was the reason for the spontaneous creation is something rather than nothing. So, uh, why the universe exists and why we exist. Again, there was arose the thoughts in the Stephen Hawking. He was saying that why the universe exists and why we exist. I hope all you understood how part of this lesson, and thank you for watching this video.